First of all, I would like to mention that I really enjoyed this business English class. I had a great experience learning English in a different way, and everything went perfect. I think the teacher designed this course to teach English skills in a different way, and now that the semester has concluded, I can tell her strategy did work, did really work. I learned a lot of things, and that make me feel satisfied with me, with my work, and with the class. All the material that we saw will be very, will not only be useful for our professional life, but also like for the rest of our lives. We will have to live with it. There are many ways I can relate what I learned in this class with my professional life. For example, I plan to be a businessman. So, uh, for example, now I can tell I can elaborate a, a resume, a cover letter, or even like make my own business plan for my own company that I plan to open. So that the all these skills that we obtain in the course will be very will be very useful and helpful for our professional life. At the beginning of the semester, I thought I wasn't really learning something, but then like, I realized we were learning on a more practical way. But how in a practical way? How? That's the question. Well, I gave my best in a practical way. I prefer like to practice everything, our skills, rather than answering a test. All the all the activities I do through a semester made me feel satisfied with myself and my work because I really gave my best effort in every single activity. Besides, I am more than sure that I didn't waste my time in this class. Due to that we have a different class strategy, I noticed we were learning to learn. But what do I mean with this? Well, as I said before, the strategy of a class was to learn in a different way to the common traditional way that other teachers used to do. I knew that at the end of the first semester, the first partial, I knew the class was focused to do practical, more practical, practicing more our skills or improving our skills, and also a more important fact that we had to develop new skills, which I like it a lot. That idea of having new skills for our English. For example, on past semesters, I had I was afraid of speaking out loud in an audience, but now that the teacher put us these activities about presenting in front of the class, after two or three presentations, I feel more comfortable and confident of myself to pass and present. And I realized that I was able and capable of doing it without being nervous. Uh, Also, I am those kind of person that thinks that you learn better when you practice that something or that thing. But what do I mean with this? For example, I can read a book of how to make a business plan or an article, but and all its concepts and definitions. But if I don't practice it, I will never learn how do it to do it correctly or really. If you don't have the experience, you cannot do that business plan. That's my point of view. Well, at the beginning of the semester, I thought this class would be a typical English class on which we will learn business concepts, reading, and like quizzes and that. But as time passed, we were working a lot in in a lot of projects, and many of us, including me, did not realize we were already learning things, but we were really putting on practice our English skills that we previously learned in the partial. Really, it was until like second partial that I realized the main focus of the teacher was to put in practice our skills in many activities. But many ask, what is the purpose of this project? What are we learning? And we are not, and many said we are not learning anything in this class. We are wasting our time. But now that the semester is done, and I am aware that I learned it, and I said before making my portfolio. As I said before making my portfolio, I am making myself aware of what I really learned on the class, and I say, wow, now I am a person able to do a resume, a cover letter, business plan, uh, even thinking critically, analyzing teams and the stock market, which I really like it that activity. I think we cover all the established themes for the semester, and I think the teacher should be more than satisfied with her work as well as I do. Uh, Besides, we developed English class and improved our business vocabulary. I also realized that the class also helped us to think in a critical way, as I said before. But maybe many could ask how we do that. Well, a simple example. Uh, a simple example could be the economics podcast. For example, the legacy of a jerk. The teacher put us an activity to listen to that podcast and analyze it. But I didn't. I thought that that activity will be just a waste of time. But now that but I repeat, now that I am concluding this semester, I can tell it really worked because now I am able to analyze every situation and think in a different way that that I did before I read those those listen to those podcasts. Uh, my favorite, as I said, was the legacy of a jerk because I really get very deep in that theme and I like it a lot. And I was like fully interested in that theme. It really we have to analyze two sides of a person like he's a jerk and we need to understand the part why the jerk is a jerk and that is why I think I am a it helped me to think in a more critically way. It it's and I also can take it as a lesson or experience I could apply in my life. Always think in every side. In conclusion, this course helped me to change some attitudes and develop some skills simply by the fact that now I am comfortable at the moment of exposing in front of a class. Starting from that, I am really happy with that. This course really changes my point of view about how important it is to take this type of classes like English, like business English. I could, if I could, as I said before to the teacher in the class, I will ask the teacher to create a more interaction environment in the class between the teacher and between the students because if we do that, we that will help a lot the class and will be much more fun that the class was this semester.